Right now, let's move to something slightly different. And all of you who've had the chance of working with her this year will understand that the next 10 minutes or so that you spend in her company is going to be very special for her, but I hope more particularly special for you. And I'd like you to give a very, very nice warm hand to Emma Chapman.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to be speaking about something that people don't like to speak about, the C word, cancer. Now, everybody knows somebody who's been affected by cancer. It's a very tough subject to speak about because people don't know how to handle it on an emotional level. So when someone's diagnosed with cancer, we have so many questions running through our minds. How do I speak to them about it? How do I bring it up? Do I not say anything? Is it too much of a touchy subject? I don't want to make them even more upset. How do I be strong for them? We all have all these unanswered questions racing through our minds, and the worst part is, something about them changes to you, something they never want to be seen as, being seen as sick. The constant, how are you feeling? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you need to sit down? And it goes beyond the questions. It becomes the look, the aura, the feeling. My uncle once said to me that he felt the deep, depressing aura as soon as he entered our driveway, as if he had just driven into a black cloud. Now, my dad, who to me was the most incredible and wisest man on the planet, was diagnosed with colon and liver cancer in July 2014. It was the most devastating thing to ever happen to my family. But we tried to keep a positive attitude and carry on with everyday life. My dad still went to work every day, and despite how weak he was, he still flew to Joburg to do chemotherapy every 3 weeks. And this was all worth it when he won the battle, and we were graced with 5 glorious cancer-free months. But then the cancer came back, and this time it had spread. Now, you're probably all wondering how this even remotely links to marketing. Well, about a month ago, we were introduced to the Cancer Dojo project, which completely blew me away. How can someone cure themselves from such a detrimental disease? I found this so hard to grasp that Con Burtish did this, and it made me think back to when my dad was at his sickest. During his last week, he couldn't even speak. The only noises he made were sounds of pain and disillusion, and it was a very hard time for anyone in my family to be positive. We were told by many doctors, nurses, and even family friends that he was going soon. We did try alternative options, but chemotherapy definitely overruled. My dad felt that science had proof, thus science was the way. And although he did try all these different diets, juices, and alternative medicines, he never really truly saw it as a cure. Some feel that there's no other option than chemotherapy, and I just wish this app had been around so that my dad could have used it, but it'll be around for me to use it and many other people. I just want to show you the Cancer Dojo video so that non-red and yellow students understand what I'm talking about.
My name is Con Burtish. I'm a creative director and conceptual artist. I'm also a freeway server and a cancer survivor. Getting cancer is like being pinned down underwater by a massive wave. It completely disempowers you with fear and confusion. Debilitating treatments, drugs, and surgeries, they smash your immune system. You leave you helpless, gasping for air. So while going through my cancer, I started training, augmenting my treatments with my mind and my control state. I started using humor and irreverence and storytelling to connect my mind to what was going on in my body. But I was tapping into science called Psychoneuroimmunology. It's how your body reacts to what's going on in your mind. I was boosting my immune system by having fun with it, debunking the fear with action and intention. I was no, I was. I had a plan. I was in. But most people can't do this because no one showed them how. During my own treatment, I watched most people disconnect from their cancer. Negatively affecting their immune systems and making it harder for them to bounce back. I started wondering if there was a way to help. And there is. We need to match creativity, playful thinking, and technology to create a simple, mobile platform. This app can empower people facing cancer with a visual and community tools shown to strengthen immune systems and thus increase their chance of survival.
Wow, his story is so powerful and so moving. The day we worked with the Cancer Dojo project was an emotional day for all of us. Hearing everyone's personal stories and opinions on such an outspoken topic was so significant and momentous. So I'm going to give you a bit of a background on Con Burtish, who's actually here today. He is a South African who was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2006. He's an artist, an author, and a creative strategist. And he actually went to Red and Yellow and studied copywriting. He's been in the marketing and advertising industry for many years and worked at Quirk, Saatchi and Ogilvy. But most importantly, he's the founder of the Cancer Dojo project, which produces tools to connect and increase the cancer survival rate. I cannot believe how far he's come. To think that years ago he was probably standing right here giving his own presentation, and now, in my opinion, he is saving the world. He's been cancer-free since 2013. As he took it upon himself that he needed a role in his fight against cancer. He needed to empower himself, to mentally generate energy to where his body most needed it, to remain positive, to boost his immune system, which increased the efficiency of his treatments and allowed him to bounce back resiliently. He didn't know it then, but he was tapping into something called Psychoneuroimmunology, which is probably the longest word I've ever seen. This is the study of the effect of the mind on health and resistance to disease. How can you achieve something when you don't even believe in it yourself? The power of your mind is so, so strong. And this app is designed to completely alter the way you think about cancer. So by combining creativity, science, and technology, it creates a platform to empower cancer fighters to think in a more positive way, steering away from depression, boosting one's immune system, and it's completely based on dojo thinking. So this is an example of the content that's on the app. It also includes upbeat and visually engaging workbooks with positive and boosting images, exercises, and guides, a 1 to 5 day happiness program which includes workshops and talks. These dojo talks are empowering and designed to encourage people to actively change the way they are thinking, steer away from depressing thoughts, and boost their immune systems. The depression rate is very high among cancer patients. It's hard to be positive when you're so sick and constantly being looked at as sick. But Con Burtish found a loophole. He adapted to dojo thinking and survived. And as he said, it's not rocket science, people just need to be shown how. Technology is huge today and keeps progressing, but so does the death rate caused by cancer. Technology played a huge role for our support team, is what we called ourselves. My parents were in Zimbabwe, I was at Rhodes University in South Africa, I had one brother in England and one in Scotland. But because of technology, we were able to constantly communicate with each other and be the best support team we could be. People underestimate the way cancer affects the support team. But the Cancer Dojo app has a section specifically for the supporter as well. Cancer affected my family so tremendously. How dare it take away my dad from me? But I truly feel this app is life-changing for supporters and fighters. I'm so sorry to tell you that 10 months ago, my dad lost the battle against cancer, but he fought till his very last breath. And although this app wasn't around to help him, it will be around to help many other people and their supporters. If this is what technology has in store for us now, imagine how it will change in the years to come. Imagine how it will change the world. As I said at the beginning of this talk, cancer is a very touchy subject and people really struggle to speak about it. I mean, the last time I spoke about it in front of this many people was at my dad's funeral. But we need to move past it in order to conquer it. Thank you.